Bev's movie log, tape 17, date October 7th, 1980, Private Benjamin review. We decided to take a break from Oscar buzzing and watch something that half the time is no good, rarely gets critical acclaim, and never gets nominated. A comedy. And since I, not Kurt, have done all comedy reviews and not Kurt, I finally get it. Kurt hates comedies.
No, I don't.
It's okay, babe, to each his own cinema.
I don't hate comedies.
So you like musicals, who cares? Private Benjamin is a war-themed comedy flick. Personally, I don't think that a mixture of war and comedy is a good idea. Cause war, aka hell on earth, is one of the worst things that could befall us, so its inclusion causes a negative impact from the get-go. And now a couple of words about false advertising. Let's say you saw a trailer about, let's say, a giant lizard that, let's say, destroys the city. You get excited because that never happens in real life and decide that you gotta see it right now. Step away, people, I made up my mind. You pay your something money and what do you get? 10 minutes of the creature and 2 hours of helpless townsfolk running around and making a big deal out of it. Isn't it f***ing annoying? Yes, it is f***ing annoying. Was Private Benjamin yet another case of false advertising? Let's find out. And we should start with the idea. Private Benjamin is a military comedy and that is not a new thing. You have your More American Graffiti from 1979, 1941 from 1979 by Steven Spielberg, Catch-22 from 1970, MASH from 1969, and Dr. Strangelove or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb from 1963 by Stanley Kubrick. I haven't seen any of those. Why I bother to see Private Benjamin then? Easy, because of the talented blondie Goldie Hawn. You may remember this gal from Foul Play from 1978, Shampoo from 1975, and The Sugarland Express from 1974 by Steven Spielberg. Private Benjamin's supposed to be about a high society girl who joins the army. So one might expect a comedic contrast between a foofy-schmoofy attitude and the hard-as-nails environment. Not to worry, you'll get about 4 jokes like that. In reality, 50 out of our 50-minute runtime have nothing to do with the army. But you like relationship crap, right? That is false advertising, and according to used cars, you can take it to court. Another stupid thing about this movie, it seems like the script belonged to a serious one due to switch of continents, forced prenup, and rape attempt. But then they wrote about 6 jokes and decided to go with comedy instead. Moving on to the plot, and we interrupt this program to bring you this important message. We have a spoiler warning in the area as severe review continues to move to its heavy conclusion. Alright, isn't it hilarious? Best joke I ever heard. Oh my god. Okay, this 110-minute film can be divided into 3 chapters. Chapter 1, the setup, first 20 minutes. Have you ever noticed that first 20 minutes of the movie, most of the time, is quite crucial? Once you pass this milestone, it's pretty clear whether it's interesting or boring, gonna be finished or abandoned. In Private Benjamin, first 20 are boring, serve only as a filler, have a stupid reason to join the army, and some jokes. Coming was a good joke, Marriage Causes Cancer was a good joke, and that's about it. Chapter 2, the army, next hour. Finally we get to Fort Bologna, which is a good time compared to the beginning, but rather dog shit compared to how hilarious a comedy could be. Ask Airplane. But back to the good time. Goldie doing push-ups, Goldie going through training, Goldie complaining about the army. Goldie did a good job, the rest of the crew not so much. Chapter 3, the fiasco, last half an hour. When the creators ran out of ideas cause almost 2 hours of comedy is too much to ask, they started to throw random shit into the plot.
How about Paris?
Yes.
Some romance?
Brilliant.
Communists?
Love it.
Ooh, second wedding.
Sure.
Adultery?
Why not? If you don't have much to say, just shut your pie hole and don't. Make your film 30 minutes shorter, geniuses. Now it is time to talk acting. The upside, if you are listening to me, you already know that it's Goldie Hawn. Excuse me, sir, is green the only color these come in? She was busting her ass off trying to save the sinking shit. But just as in the Navy, you can't do it alone. Such a waste. The downside, Captain Dandelion, played by Aileen Brennan. I have no idea how she handles other roles, but in here her level of skill was I've seen 14 movies, I can act now. And the rest of the cast was okay, whatever. Next up is the visuals. Man, I have nothing. It's not in black and white, so that's good, but it has 0 personality, and that's bad. And finally, the X factor. I'm just gonna follow my own advice, shut the hell up, and make this video shorter. And now it's time to do the math. It gets 0 out of 2 for idea, false advertise, I want my money back. It gets 0 out of 2 for plot, fails as a war film, fails as a comedy film, fails as a film. It gets 1 out of 2 for acting, thank Goldie Hawn for that. It gets 1 out of 2 for visuals, on a scale of averageness, it's average. And it gets 0 out of 2 for X factor, still making this shorter. Overall it gets 2 out of 10, which is garbage, just garbage. So that's it. In the end, I want to say that this film is as useful as flip-flops in Antarctica. I guarantee that crap like this won't get any nods. I can't recommend it to comedy buffs, hell, I can't even recommend it to Goldie Hawn fanatics, but what I'm gonna do is encourage you to watch Airplane. So yeah, here's my review, over.